Welcome to Nalla Narasimha Reddy Group of Institutions, Department of Civil Engineering, Subject Surveying and Geomatics. Myself Suresh Kumar, Assistant Professor in Department of Civil Engineering. This is lecture 5, in which I am going to explain about plan and maps. That before going to talk about the plans or maps, in civil engineering point of view, it has a lot of importance is there in civil engineering, where we want to plot in the reality data which have been collected in a field. We want to project that should be represented only in the form of plan or map. One of the basic objectives of surveying is to prepare plans and maps. Now I will talk about this plan. A plan is a graphical representation to small scale of the features on, near or below the surface of the earth as projected on horizontal plane. So whatever the data we are collecting on a field, that will be the data is collected on the surface of the earth. That collected data will be represented. The data will be collected and represented on a, with respect to the scale, is nothing but a plan or map. Horizontal plane is represented by plane of drawing sheets on which the plan is drawn to some scale. However, the surface of the earth is curved. It cannot be truly represented on a plane without destruction, in which the plane surveying, the area involved are small, because when you are doing this, when you are collecting the data, that should be a smaller scale. Then only we'll go for a maps or plans, whatever the data we are representing. The earth surface may be considered as a plane, and hence the plan is constructed by orthographic projections. A plan is drawn on a relatively large scale. See, whatever the data we are collecting, that data will be represented on a plane. Will consider as the total area as a plane. We won't consider as a curvature of the earth. So we won't consider the curvature. We only, whatever the data we are collecting, that point as a straight line. That whatever the information, that will be projected in a orthographic projections. See, now map. What is map? If the scale of the graphical projection on a horizontal plane is small, the plan is called a map. See, whatever the projects we are collecting, the horizontal plane is a small area, then it is called as a map. Thus, the graphical representation is called a plan if the scale is large, while it is called a map if the scale is small. So, whatever the information are collecting, if it is a larger area, we call it as a plan. If it is a lesser area, is called maps. On a plan, generally only horizontal distances and directions or angles are shown. In plan, we only deals with horizontal distances, directions, whether it is north or south or west or east, and what is the angle, what is the theta, whether it is 30 degrees or 40 degrees or 50 degrees. Then these information will be projected on a plan. On orthographical maps, however, the vertical distances are also represented by contour lines. See, here the contour lines are the these contour lines will be explained in unit 3, where you know about the clearly about contour, what is contour and what are the characteristics of that contour, we come to know in that particular unit. These contours are imaginary lines. The contours are nothing but imaginary lines of above or below the ground surface. We'll call it as contour lines. See, if you see here is a master plan of office building, which whatever the data we are collecting, that will be represented in a map or plan. These are the maps where it is a larger area. If you see here, the plan having only a smaller area, that is, it will be restricted to a particular plot area or bounded area where the information is very less. When you see here maps, that maps have lot of information, where if you observe this map, in that everything, university, okay, universities, roads, okay, Atlantic areas, and everything will be represented in a map. See, all our Indian maps are represented in maps. So see, when you are dealing with maps or plans, there will be another topic, that is scale. This, what is the scale and what is the importance of that particular scale? See, if you are discussing about these plans or maps, that is nothing but a information on a earth surface. Whatever you are collected, we will represent it on a paper. That is a plan or map. But how you are representing that that it's a matter. So if you want to represent that information on ground reality on a paper, it requires some scaling. So these scales will plays a major role when you want to draw a reality information on a plan or maps. It is a basic requirement for the preparation of a plan or map. Scale is used to represent large distances on paper. See, what happens means, there is a 100-kilometer length of a road is there. If you want to represent that 100 meters or 100 kilometers length on a paper, we can't go for actual length of that particular road. So we need to do for a scaling. So that is nothing but a scale. The ratio by which the actual length of a object is reduced or increased in the drawing is known as a scale. So whatever the actual length of that particular object is reduced or increased in a drawing is known as a scale. For example, if 1 centimeter on a map represents a distance of 10 meters on a ground, the scale of a map is said to be 1 centimeter equal to 10 meters. So we are restricting the total length of your particular object or particular road. We are restricting that 10 meters equal to 1 centimeter. We are taking that. So for every 10 meters, we'll consider it as a 1 centimeter in a plan or map. So this is the scale. If you see here, the kilometers, miles, feet, it will be represented in a scale. That intervals is 50 meters, that is National Geodetic Vertical Datum of 1929. This is the representation of a scale in a map or plans. So how to topographic maps work? How it will works, that is what the reality data which are collected in the field, that will be represented in a scale. That scale is 1:24,000. Contour interval is 10 feet. Like that will represent the reality information into the field. So what is representative factor? The ratio of distance on a drawing to the corresponding actual length of an object on the ground is known as representative fractions, that is RF. RF equal to distance of an object on drawing by corresponding actual distance on a ground. So whatever the distance on an object on a drawing by corresponding actual distance on a ground will use the RF, representative factor of that particular map. Both distance are in same units. So whatever the distance you are collecting on a drawing and the distance collecting on a ground, the units should be same. So for example, if the scale is 1 centimeter equal to 10 meters, RF equal to 1 by 10 into 100 equal to 1 by 1000, that will represent as 1:1000. So this is the representation of data in representative factor. So if you observe here also, this maps indicates RF factor fraction. It will shows the clearly what is that particular map, what is the RF. So graphical representation of a scale. Graphical representation of a scale on a maps has the advantage that if the paper shrinks, the scale will also shrinks accordingly, and the distance representation will not be disturbed. So this graphical representation of a scale will gives you the due to some reasons the paper may shrink. Okay, the paper may enlarge. Okay, in such case, what will do, it won't disturb you the actual distances. If your paper shrinks or scale or distances represented will not be disturbed when you use this graphical representation of a scale. So I will explain you the types of scales we use in civil engineering in the next class. Oh, thank you.